Hola everyone and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I decided to give you a tour of my Notion dashboard and how I use them. So this is what my dashboard looks like. So the title here is of course says Sophie's dashboard, and I also have a flower icon here. And for my cover photo, I just grabbed this one from Pinterest. It's actually one of my favorite Studio Ghibli films. It's from Kiki's Delivery Service. And by the way, I am using a free Notion. It's actually a perk from my university email, so I get to enjoy different Notion features. Now let's dive down to what's inside my dashboard. So as you can see in my dashboard, it's actually divided into 4 categories. I have here the daily, personal, miscellaneous, and the life categories. So under the daily category, I have 5 pages in there. We have the Sophie's Agenda, Academic Tracker, YouTube Content Planner, Crafty Pixie Planner, and my movie checklist. So the first one under the daily category, I have my Sophie's Agenda page. So this is actually a personal calendar, but I don't actually use this often because I still use the traditional planner. But anyway, what I have in here is a calendar and of course a weekly to-do list. But then again, I don't use this anymore. Okay, so before I proceed with the other pages I have in my dashboard, I would like to credit Michelle Kanimitsu for this template. She's actually giving a free Notion template. So if you guys want to have the exact same template that I used for my Notion dashboard, I am going to put a link down in my description box, and that link will direct you to her video and her free template. Next page that I use is my academic tracker. This page by far is the most used page here in my Notion. Okay, so as you can see, I have here the links and my first semester calendar, also known as my deadline tracker. So if you're going to look at the left side of my academic tracker, I have here my links that I frequently use for my everyday online class, and of course my calendar, which I track my deadlines, my schedule, and all that. Now we have a better view. Well, again, looking at the left side of my academic tracker, I have here the links to the applications that I use for my everyday online class. I have here my Blackboard, my university portal, my Google Suite, Canva, my grade basis, and my class Discord and my class group chat. Now the star of the show is actually my calendar, and also known as my deadline tracker. So my deadline tracker is actually in line with my task tracker, which can be found down below. So if you will add an item in my calendar, for example this one, then it will actually reflect on the task tracker down below. Below my calendar, I have here my first semester schedule. I just put this here in my dashboard as a guide for me to know the subjects I'm taking on a certain day. Also, in every subject under my schedule, for example in my brand management subject, I also have a content. For example, in this case, I have an output dump. It is where I dump all of the outputs needed to submit under the subject. Below my schedule is my task tracker, which is actually in line with the deadline calendar tracker a while ago. So my task tracker is actually divided into 7 properties. So the first property I have under my task tracker is actually the course code, but I barely put anything in here anymore since I already memorized the course codes of my subjects. Now next to the course code is actually the name of the task or the assessment. Next to the task name is actually the status. I actually have this divided into 3. We have to do, in progress, and completed. So I have here not started, in progress, completed, which means I already completed the task but I have yet to pass it. And then I also have here done and submitted, and then of course last but not least done, which actually means that I don't have to pass the certain task but I'm finished with it. So next to the status is the type of assessment. So I have here like if it's notes, if it's a survey that I have to take, an extracurricular activity, if it's a class event, admin related event, task, individual, group work, etc. Next to the type is actually the platform. In this property, I will put the link of where I am currently doing or where I am working on the certain task. So for example, this IMC brand background content, I link the Google document that I'm working with it. And of course, I have here my target date and the actual deadline. Below my task tracker is actually another tracker, which is a grade tracker. So under this table, I have 9 properties. I have the course code, the course name, task, assessment type, if it's a homework, output, whatsoever. Then I also have here the date taken or the date submitted, my grade goal, my actual score, total score, and yeah. I use my grade tracker to track my grades so I can reach my grade goal at the end of the semester. Now that we're finally done with my academic tracker, let us now proceed to my YouTube content planner. So under this page, I have the same template as what you have seen in my academic tracker. But again, I don't use my YouTube content planner because I'm very inconsistent when it comes to my YouTube channel. So I'm pretty sorry about it, but don't worry because I'm currently working on my YouTube work or my YouTube behavior. But yeah, I have my music, my project tracker, and my content calendar as well. Moving on, I have here my crafty pixie planner. So for those of you who do not know what crafty pixie is, this is actually my handmade beaded accessories business. But then again, I don't use this that much because I'm also inconsistent with my handmade business. So yeah, the template you will see here is actually the same template I have for my YouTube tracker and my academic tracker. So the last page under my daily category is my movie checklist. So I just have here a simple table with a movie title, status, platform, and category. So as you can see, I have a lot of Studio Ghibli films that I haven't watched yet. And of course, I really want to rewatch Harry Potter. So now that we're done under the daily category, let us now proceed with the personal one. So I have here my notes. As you can see, I have here restaurants I want to eat at, skincare, and all that stuff. Some of the notes that I have here are incomplete, but I'm going to show you some of the notes that I've already started. Okay, so first I have my list of local Instagram shops. Then I also have a local makeup brand directory, my health kit checklist as well. I have it in here. And then I also have my skincare routine products. In here, I have the properties divided into 2. I have the name of the product and the price as well. And the last note that I have is the restaurant directory. Some of the places that I want to eat at. Next page that I have under the personal category is your recipes page. Well, to be honest, I haven't started this note yet. So yeah, it's still blank. Under the personal category, I also have my budget tracker, which I haven't started it yet, the same with the recipes list. But yeah, it is divided into 3 parts. I have the income, expenses, and the net one. Now let us proceed to the next category, which is the life category. Under life, I have my bucket list, but it's not complete. As you can see, I only have 2 lists under this page. And last but not least, I also have a 2022 goal list. So the list is divided into different categories. We have self, academics, family, friends, money, creativity, or hobby. I forgot to mention it also has a career category. I'm not going to show all of the things that I have in here because this is too personal. But yeah, I have the 2022 goals list inside my dashboard. And again, thank you to Michelle Kanimitsu for the template. Down to the last category I have here in my dashboard is actually the miscellaneous one. So big thanks to Michelle Kanimitsu for putting this page in here because I get to use the symbols, emojis, and the emoticons. And that's it for my Notion tour video. I hope you guys liked this. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up and a comment if you guys have any. And again, if you guys want to use the same template that I used by Michelle Kanimitsu, I will put the link of her Notion video in my description box, so don't forget to open that one. And her free template link is actually in the description box of the video that I will put in my description box under this video. So yeah, hope you guys like this one, and see you again in my next YouTube video. Bye.